Wrestling Trivia Challenge! The game rules. There are 5 categories with 5 questions per category worth 100 to 500 points. All the questions in one category will be asked, and then the next, and then so on. No points will be deducted for wrong answers, so feel free to take a guess. There will be 15 seconds to respond before the next question. The categories are 1. Parts unknown. 2. On the map. 3. Raven. 4. Foreign objects. 5. Types of matches. 1. Parts unknown. In the early 90s, he came from Parts Unknown, was managed by Mr. Fuji, wore a furry vest and a horned helmet, then after a while, returned to Parts Unknown. Husk! Husk! Husk!
The Berserker.
Byron Dewey Robertson developed this Wildman character who hailed from Parts Unknown with green and blue face paint and a weirdly shaped head later in his career.
Max the Missing Link.
In 1992, this voodoo doctor arrived in WWE from Parts Unknown and had rivalries with the Ultimate Warrior and Bret Hart before vanishing in 1993.
Papa Shango.
A circus clown who doesn't tell you where he's from is kind of creepy, and thus, this dark jester who had some fine matches with Randy Savage, Mr. Perfect, Marty Jannetty, and Bret Hart came from Parts Unknown.
Doink the Clown.
If you came from Parts Unknown, you often had face paint, wild hair, and brute strength, as did this intense wrestler who ran to the ring and shook the ropes.
The Ultimate Warrior.
2. On the map. WWE headquarters are located in this city and state.
Stamford, Connecticut.
New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom is held in this venue.
Tokyo Dome.
Gail Kim was born in this Canadian city but resides in this US city. Both begin with the letter T.
Toronto and Tampa.
TNA's total non-stop deletion took place at the Hardy compound in this city and state.
Cameron, North Carolina.
Since the early 1960s, live wrestling has been held at this venue in Daly City, California. Some of the last major shows were WCW's Super Brawl in 1997, 1998, and 2000, and WWF's No Way Out in 2004.
The Cow Palace.
3. Raven. He'd wrestled for 5 years with a couple of names before becoming this manager in the WWF in 1988 and 1989, where he led the Quebecers to 3 tag team championship reigns.
Johnny Polo.
After leaving WWF, he came up with Raven, who debuted in late 1994 for ECW, where he had a several-year feud with this wrestler, supposedly starting when they were kids at summer camp.
Tommy Dreamer.
Known as a Raven's Rules match, it was this type of match, popular in the late 90s to early 2000s.
A hardcore match.
In 2001, Raven destroyed Perry Saturn's inanimate friend, a mop named Moppy, in one of these.
A wood chipper.
In WCW, Raven had a group of reject wrestlers he controlled, known by this name.
The Flock.
4. Foreign objects. Jim Cornette usually carries this object with him to ringside, and it's become involved in more than a few matches.
A tennis racket.
At In Your House 7, in a no-holds-barred match for the WWF title, Challenger Diesel took this from Maurice Mad Dog Vachon, who was in the crowd, and used it as a weapon.
Prosthetic leg.
At Starrcade 1998, Kevin Nash defeated Goldberg for the title and ended his undefeated streak with interference from Scott Hall and this foreign object.
A cattle prod.
For a while, William Regal would use these metal items to knock out his opponents for an easy win.
Brass knuckles.
Often, managers bring objects to the ring which the wrestlers can use as a weapon. Being the classy guy he was, Freddie Blassie brought this, a less conspicuous item than other managers often would.
A cane or walking stick.
5. Types of matches. WWE has had 4 Boiler Room Brawls, all of them with Mankind, who defeated Undertaker in the first and Big Show in the third, but lost the second and fourth to this man.
Triple H.
At Survivor Series in November 2010, Lay Cool lost the Divas Championship to this woman in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Natalia.
Having other wrestlers around the wrestling ring to prevent one of the competitors from fleeing is called this type of match.
A lumberjack match.
Jeff Hardy knows that what goes up must come down, and he's far and away the most experienced wrestler in these type of matches.
A ladder match.
Mr. Kennedy defeated this man in 9 minutes and 15 seconds at the 2006 Survivor Series in a First Blood match.
The Undertaker.
In the meantime and in between time, that's it for this episode. Thanks for playing.